Well, that's the scene in Wellington as we get set for the second Cup semi-final. South Africa second on the series table, taking on the top dogs, Fiji. Both these teams have won one title so far, and head-to-head, Fiji lead 38-22. They've had two ties. Fiji won in Dubai in December, and a week later, South Africa won their home tournament in Cape Town. Players to watch, well, you can pick any of the 14 that will start this match, but for South Africa, obviously, is Siabelo Senatla, and for Fiji, the influential captain, Osia Kolinasau. Here is the lineup. South Africa going with Dreistein and Smith up front, and they've got playmakers in Colby and Speckman, and speed out wide with Senatla. De Jong so solid in midfield. Domalile, Katombao, Tuwai up front for Fiji, and Rawatha Ravovo. They'll be on the end of that back line. And the little generals, Mulavoro and Kolinasau, will be guiding them around the paddock. Here's the welcome for Fiji and South Africa. Fiji has won 5 of the last 6 against South Africa. In fact, the South Africans' last win was Tokyo last year. That was in a Cup semi-final as well. That's the form guide. Fiji 4 from 4. Japan, Wales, Argentina and the United States. Been won by traffic. They're averaging 5 tries per game this series. And South Africa, well, they have beaten Scotland, Russia and Australia, but they did lose to New Zealand. Our referee is Richard Kelly from New Zealand. 96th match. Fiji, coached by Englishman Ben Ryan. Ben is 7 from 7 in finals with Fiji. So when they get to a final, they win under Ben Ryan, but they've got to get through to the final. It's not going to be easy against South Africa. Greg Clark in the commentary chair. Alongside me, Christian Cullen, sideline. Willie Lose. And we are underway. South Africa kicking off. And a good take from Mulavoro for Fiji. And now Ravovo spotted a gap, got on the outside, pops it back on the inside now. Mulavoro and Speckman drags him down, but he releases, throws it back on the inside, and Big Pio Tuwai knocks it on over the line. What a start.
Well, what a start, but what great commitment and defence from South Africa to get back. This run here. You thought he was away, this inside ball here, you thought he was away for all money, but look at this chase.
You're never going to outrun the South African, the Blitzbokker. But Mulavoro did so well to get down on the ground and to get to his feet and get there so quickly. And Big Pio Tuwai, who's about 7 foot tall, just couldn't control it.
Speckman with the put into the scrum.
Square and steady. Square and steady.
Now the quick tap is taken by Speckman and dry. Now De Jong. Colby putting it on the toe for Senatla. The flyer. Oh, it sits up beautifully for Siabelo Senatla. 6 tries this weekend in Wellington. He scored over 100 tries in his career. And how often have we seen that? The kick in behind and the blitz box speed of Senatla.
Just well read, wasn't it? That nudge there, and the bounce of the rugby ball can go anyway, but the Senatla to bounce into his arms. Lovely, lovely try.
Well, Colby was the architect. Saw that they were up flat. It was a straight out turn for Rawatha. And as soon as he turned and he saw that the sprinter Senatla was next to him, it was no contest.
So they're pretty happy on the bench as they look on, and it is 7-0. South Africa over Fiji. Could be a funny old game. Fiji missed an opportunity to score at the other end, and Senatla makes them pay. Tuwai. South Africans have managed to silence the Fijian fans, and there are thousands of them in the stadium as Katonambao releases backwards, and the dummy from Tuai. He hands it off. Penalty against South Africa. Taken very quickly. Bulavoro. And now Tuai. Speckman holds on.
Tackle!
It pops out the back. And offside again. Playing the ball on the ground there, Colby. You'll have to be careful with that. Knock back 10. It's Domalale charges ahead. Now they give away the penalty.
Yeah, he got isolated, and great work from Sinatla. After scoring the try, he went straight in on the ball, but Domalale, they just need to show a little bit of patience there, Fiji. They're rushing it.
Yeah, they took that quick tap, didn't they? Almost looking for the penalty, and then just got isolated.
Into touch it goes on the far side. We'll have a line out around about halfway. Well, he ran straight into Speckman, but he didn't attempt to tackle him, so the referee says play on. Ben Ryan looking on. Fiji averaging 5 tries per game this series. Over the years in all of the HSBC 7 series, 16 years of them, New Zealand averaged 4.6 tries. So there's one for the 7's purists. Katonambao. Bulavoro. To the short side they go. Tuai. Over halfway. They've done well in bottling him up, and now they've stolen it. Quagga Smith, great work, South Africa. And advantage being played here. Wide they go. Back it goes to De Jong. Charge down, but he was playing advantage.
Support the body weight.
They've got to get physical against South Africa to Fiji. They're using their big men, but Pio Tuai just getting stripped there from Quagga Smith, showing tremendous upper body strength to just rip it clean. And just a couple of unforced errors, Christian, is giving South Africa the lead that they have.
They've rattled this Fijian side a little bit, haven't they? And Fiji almost going away from the game that they've been so good at over the weekend.
Well, they're about to introduce, Greg, one of the stars of 7's rugby, Semi Kunatani, one of the best players in the world last year. He's on for Pio Tuai.
That was a substitution they made in the quarterfinal, and it worked. Remember, you can bring Tuai back out if you need to. You can have 5 substitutions. Players can come and go once, twice, 2, 3 times if they like. As long as there's no more than 5 in total. Now South Africa. Plan move, the gap opened up, and Colby gets the try, but it was beautiful play from South Africa.
Well, that's a training move in it on the training field. The way they did it, the behind balls here, look at that. And it just opened up. Fiji got fooled. What a try.
Yeah, the dummy run held a lot of the players, and then Colby, who was the provider in the first try with the kick, just ran a beautiful angle, no one in behind, untouched, and South Africa get their second try.
And Colby can't add the extras, so it is 12 points to 0. All going the way of South Africa, and the Fijian fans still unable to get into this game, let alone the players. Neil Powell doing a great job with South Africa in this Olympic year. Kyle Brown, Cecil Africa, Branko de Pria, Frankie Horn, Rainer Benjamin still to come back into the reckoning. And the call here.
Alright, so lost scored by White. So they've got options of a scrum or a line out. Scrum.
In my view, they've got to get the ball to the hands of Osea Kolinisau. He's been unemployed in this first 7 minutes. He's their captain for Fiji. And also Rawatha and Lavovo.
Wait for the ball. Come closer. Correct.
Half-time hooter has sounded.
Fine. Set.
Speckman. puts it in, takes it out. De Jong having a run. Couldn't offload to Colby, who was in the hole, and now here's a penalty. And they take it quickly. Smith, oh, it has been intercepted. Colina Sau gives it back to nobody. And now Speckman will say, enough of this speculating, let's put it into touch. And so that's quite rare. Fiji unable to score a point in the opening half of a game. And it is South Africa leading Fiji by 12 points to 0. And they deserve to be in front. Winner to play New Zealand in the Cup final here at Wellington. Let's head into the tunnel.
Take the ball, you wait for your support, okay? We need to shift them a little bit more to stretch them, and then we'll find bigger holes. At the moment, we're trying to spread through small holes. We'll find the holes if we controlled and you're in your threes. We don't need to force the door open, it's only 12 points. So our kickoff, we're getting the ball back off kickoffs. Find the space, win the ball, score the try, repeat. Make your tackles, okay? As the game goes on, they will try to slow the clock down, so we need an early score here. Start putting pressure on. This is us!
Clear-cut message from Van Ryan, the coach of Fiji. Needs to move the South Africans around a little bit, create more space, create a bigger gap.
Well, that's their game, isn't it? And they haven't managed to be able to do that. The Springboks, South Africa have shut them down, haven't given them any opportunities. We know Fiji, we know they'll be coming back in the second half.
Timo Robobo kicking off, getting us underway in the second half. Can South Africa hold on and force their way into the final against New Zealand, or will it be Fiji denying them? Well, there's a mistake by Fiji.
Just those little things that are not coming off for them. The ball was there. Vovo did magnificently to claim it. And then just in the process of trying to get it to a player, he's lost it forward. And all the momentum again goes back with South Africa.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Roscoe Speckman putting it in. And Colby wanting to play it at the other end, and he's got Sinatla chasing. Great footwork. Colby forces him into touch, and again, it's rare to see mistakes like that from Fiji. And the kick and the chase from Speckman. He's got some toe as well. And he's going to beat everybody! Terrific try, isn't he? Happy. Roscoe Speckman. So often we see that from Sinatla, but this man has some jet shoes as well.
Well, we talk about making the right decision. I thought Fiji there, just the wrong decision to take it out. Got tackled, quick line out, and this kick, the vision. Speckman, look at it bounce up there right on just before the dead ball. Great try.
And let me tell you who threw the ball in. He's been involved in everything, and that was Colby. Put the grubber kick through for Sinatla's try, ran a beautiful angle to score the second, and then he got the ball, threw it in play. The Fijians were still looking around, probably angry at the fact that Jerry Tuai had gone into touch, and they were a bit angry at it. And all of a sudden, South Africa scored their third.
And the conversion was a cracker. So it is 19 points to 0. South Africa against Fiji. We saw earlier on in the Cup quarter-final that when you put pressure on Fiji, they're only human. They make mistakes, and South Africa have taken note of that, and it's been a wonderful performance so far. Still plenty of time, but that's just unlike Fiji to be passing behind the man. Kunatane! Oh, it was there for Sneeman to intercept, but he just couldn't control it.
And you can almost sense the desperation as Fiji inside. They're chasing the game, and those little things, almost intercepts, mistakes will creep into it. But
well, we know these images going live through to Suva and Nandi and all the lovely islands in Fiji. Bullet to you this afternoon. I know you've been to church in your home, hoping that your team can get into another final. Just got to eliminate the mistakes that they're making. There's still plenty of time on the clock.
But hello to everyone in South Africa. I know you'll be absolutely thrilled with your team here. Terrific performance. All that pressure still being applied. And now the loose ball. And now Sinatla stops and goes again. And he gets it out to Quagga Smith. It's one-way traffic, and it is South Africa all the way. Oh, this is a class effort, and there's frustration in back play. A lot of push and shove going on. The Fijians are rattled. Not allowed to play their normal game. And you can see the results of it there, the frustration.
Yes, Sinatla there, I think he may have got late hit in the end, but managed to get the pass away. And South Africa just on fire at the moment, shutting this Fijian side out of the game.
Quagga Smith, he is so quick. I think that's where they took exception, was the fact of the hit coming in there, and that's where they carried on with it post the pass. But Quagga is a zebra type animal in South Africa. It's very fast.
And so Sinatla giving it to an unmarked Quagga Smith. Albertus Stephanus Smith. Quagga for short. And there's the push and shove.
Okay, so I'm thinking dangerous tackle, yellow card against 12 white. Yep. Have we got anything that's escalated after that?
Yeah, so 11's gone back and taken a tried to punch him. I don't think he connected.
11 white?
11 green, who was the guy that was tackled.
Okay, it's retaliated.
It's retaliated. Throwing a punch, but I don't believe he's connected.
Okay, so are we happy just to say yellow card to yellow white, try stands, and we play on from there?
Retaliation. Yeah.
Okay, because it's happened before the try.
Yeah.
So a yellow card to 12 white, and we're saying a penalty here against South Africa for the retaliation only. Okay, thank you. Can I have the green skipper, please?
Hold the phone. It's going to be bad news for Ravovo.
Who's the green skipper? Okay. Can I have 12 white, please?
12, let's! It's the 11th clear punch there. Send that, let him go punch this.
Listen, what the decision is, please. First things first, he's going to get a yellow card for the dangerous tackle, okay? Away you go. Then we got retaliation by green, okay? It's not a yellow card, but I can't allow the try to stand, so it's going to be a penalty against green over here for retaliating.
No try to Quagga Smith. Yellow card to Ravovo, and the penalty goes against South Africa. And play goes off halfway through the second half.
10 metres, please.
Now or never for the flying Fijians, but they are down a man. Thanathangi lays it back. Urimalua. Thanathangi. Nothing happening there for Kukonambao.
Release!
Through the hands it goes. Urimalua was there to clean up, and the South African defence is impressive. They're not panicking. Konatani makes some metres.
Ruck.
Taken quickly by Kulinas out, and he knocks it on. So even the experience of Kulinas out let him down on that occasion. Poor execution. And a lot of the teams will be taking notice of this. The Fijians, they've been at the Olympics since 1956. They've never won a medal. Everyone's expecting them to win a medal in Rio. But this is very interesting indeed.
Bind. Set.
Hugard puts it in. Speckman. He's been sensational. So too is Sinatla. The flyer puts it on the toe. Nobody chasing on the inside. And Kulunasau picks it up. Takes it back into the field of play. Gives it to Tuai. And now Makanafangi. Fiji still parked down inside their own 22. The kick pass to Tonambao. Throws it up now. Konatani fending, looking for support, and he found Quagga Smith from South Africa. He puts a foot on the gas. He was denied before, but you're not going to deny him twice. And Quagga Smith runs it in, and he sends South Africa into the final in Wellington. They'll be taking on New Zealand. Fiji will be playing off for third spot against England.
Sorry?
Well, it's 22nd try for South Africa over the weekend, and they're playing catch-up rugby. Semi Kunatani, he must have heard the call, and Quagga Smith just collected it, sprinted away, too easy. Christian, and really that comes down to the tremendous defensive work from the Blitzpocket.
Yeah, that's one of them again. I mean, obviously they've scored their tries, but the pressure they've put on defensively on this Fijian side and just not let them play. As you see here, they're just tackling, swarming everything that's got a white jersey.
We're about to
and this here, it just hasn't gone Fiji's way, has it? But that's due to South Africa putting and applying the pressure. You're right there, he didn't score last time, but he got this one.
Number 3.
And he soaked it up, soaked the time up.
This guy. Yellow card for you. Placing the boot on a guy's spot. There you go. Well played.
And now it is Semi Kunatani who is going to the bin.
No, because it's happened before the try.
Into the sin bin. Willie, as we have a look at Speckman just putting the icing on the cake here from right in front. I've got a feeling that I wouldn't want to be one of the Fijians as they prepare for Sydney next week. I think Ben Ryan will certainly have a few words to say. There is the extra 2.
Well, it's not often that you say that Fiji have been outpowered, and that's where the boot of Kunatani, you can see it in the back there on Chris Dry. The assistant referee saw it, and so discipline has cost them dearly.
Impressive stuff from South Africa. What a final it's going to be. The new look New Zealand team, big, strong, powerful, fast, up against this very experienced and very well-drilled South African team. Hogard goes in looking for it.
Play on.
Can they put some points on the board? Can they go coast to coast from their own 22? The Silasila. Tuai. Wide ball across to Kulinatau. Taken by the new man, Kobo. But this is Rabobo. Where's the support? It's been snaffled. And away goes South Africa. They're going to have the final say again. This has been a wonderful display. Colby has got 2. South Africa has got themselves into another final on the HSBC 7's World Series. Terrific play by Colby, who's been one of their best in Wellington. And believe it or not, folks, Fiji have been kept scoreless.
Yeah, well, who would have thought that? And that's just a replay of the try before. Fiji throwing a wayward pass, and South Africa latching onto it. And aren't they happy? What a performance.
And Colby from out wide doesn't add the extras, but it doesn't matter. because the game was well and truly in their keeping throughout. Full time in the Cup semi-final in Wellington. An impressive performance. South Africa 31, Fiji 0. Unbelievable performance by Neil Powell's men.
Here with the South African or Blitzbokker captain Philip Snyman. And Philip, not many teams hold Fiji to 0. What was the key to that victory?
We said from the beginning, listen guys, we're going to go out there and keep the ball away from them because they are a very dangerous side with ball in hand. So that's exactly what the guys did, and I'm tremendously proud of the guys because they really stuck out there and showed an amazing performance there today.
How much confidence have you guys had as a team after winning your home tournament in Cape Town in front of that brilliant crowd?
Yeah, that was exceptional for us, but we know New Zealand's going to be a difficult one. The last couple of years we didn't perform as we'd like to, and yeah, so I'm really proud of the guys and continue on that form and just picking it up and never level from here.
Must be amazing when you've got the depth of players like your captain Kit Brown back there and a number of other players that aren't here with you at the moment. So depth obviously is a great thing in South Africa of rugby.
No, definitely. So some big shoes to fill with all the guys that are injured, but also a new opportunity for a couple of youngsters coming through, especially with the build-up of the Olympics. Looking forward to see what they can bring to the table, and yeah, we're really lucky to have a healthy squad like that.
Philip, your last game last night was against New Zealand. You're going to be playing them in the final. You lost in round robin. How do you beat New Zealand?
Yeah, if we just stuck and doing what we want to do and achieve what we want to do, then it will go well for us. New Zealand's a very quality side, and we can't underestimate them at any chance. They beat us last night, as you said. So yeah, we just need to focus on our own game and keep the ball in hand, and hopefully it will pay off at the end of the day.
Big crowd of people watching back home in South Africa through Super Sport. Have you got a message for them?
No, definitely. Thank you, guys. Remember the tremendous crowd from Cape Town, and this is for you guys. Hopefully we can make you proud later today. Thank you guys very much.
See you in the final, mate.
Thanks, lads.